Hello, I'm at 3025 3rd Street. Little backstory, we've been here quite a few times. I'll say quite a few times. This is the third or fourth time in the course of 8 years. First technician that was out here recorded that he could not get through the drain with any blades bigger than 2 inches. DJ and myself also agree with that. So I was out here the day after Christmas, which is 5 days ago. They were backed up, snaked the line multiple times, brought back a trash bag amount of roots. Thought we had the line open. Did not give them a warranty because we suggested camera. They denied it. So thought they would be good with the amount of roots they pulled out. Obviously they backed up again. Camera the line, when I got here it was backed up, so I snaked it with 2-inch blades again. I actually had to snake it 3 times because of the amount of issues I was having with it. Sometimes pulling back roots, sometimes pulling back nothing. So I cambered the line intermittently and got some marks in depth. So what we're looking at right here is a break in the pipe. My camera's trying to look left. I'm not going to push it forward, but if I push it forward, and I've been trying to get past the spot, it just goes into the area on the left where the dirt and the roots are. Heavy roots, that's kind of what we see. So we are underwater, so I'm going to be kind of calm, but we do see a major break right here. Now, when I first cambered the line, I did not see this because it was very murky because it was underwater, because just past it there is what I believe to be roots pushing up from the bottom side. It's causing like basically a mountain range right down the middle where you have valleys on either side. That continues on for about 10 feet intermittently. It kind of softens up and then gets really bad again. And then past that there is an offset where the ABS connects to PVC, or to clay, sorry, ABS to clay. The markings are between 3 foot 9 inches and 4 foot 3 inches. So we're looking right at that 4 foot mark in depth. It is underneath the driveway. The line goes out the garage, out the driveway in a straight shot. I did camera the line up to 100 feet, was not in the city, and there was a big old ball of roots. That was the last time I snaked it. I did snake it 120 feet. And I was able to camera to that spot at that time. But whenever I came back, I did not have any roots on my line. But this obviously was being held up by the roots and is finally given out. I might have yanked some roots out of there and been able to actually see what's going on there. Again, I can only run through 2-inch blades through the majority of this line. So our first problematic area, there is not a marking for it. It is in the garage. They told me they weren't worried about it, but I do want to mention that it is in the garage about 8 feet upstream from where the first marking is on the pictures that you'll see on the account. That is where some of that, it's like pressure pushing from outside the pipe, pushing it within, so it doesn't have that nice circle. It's got like a little hill on it. Then you have your first marking with paint. That is, they did not want me to mark that spot, by the way. The first marking of paint outside is where they have a buried clean out. This was an addition that was added onto the house in the 90s. So that clean out was covered whenever they did the driveway. And then a few feet past that is the crack that we're staring at right now. And then keep in mind there are more cracks down the line, as well as an offset where the ABS turns to clay. From the clay out, there were intermediate minor offsets with some root intrusion, but I was never able to see the city tap. And now that I've pulled everything out of this out of this line, and we have this cavity, I'm not able to push through. So just to kind of show you kind of what we're dealing with here, and I'll pull back so you can see anything else. We do also have a 20-foot belly. Whenever you first put the line or the camera down the drain, we can clearly see there's a 20-foot belly at the very beginning too. So what we'll do is we'll pull it back, and I'll kind of camera it from the top out to where we stop, which is approximately 57 feet. I do also want to mention there'll be pictures, and I will take a video from up top, just kind of showing you where everything that I just mentioned is. That way we have this video and another video trying to thoroughly explain. I recommend replacing, at the very least, where the crack is, all the way out to close to the street where the ABS turns to clay. In theory, we would go out to the clay a little bit more because there's some root intrusions and offsets in the clay. However, I would, and kind of upstream from where the crack is, because there is a buried clean out as well as the beginnings of pressure from outside of the drain pushing the drain in, which will cause a crack in the future. So right here, 0 out of distance here, we are underneath the staircase right now. There's a 4-inch clean out. We're going straight down. Again, the line looks to be majorly 4 feet deep throughout. And we're gonna go underwater. I guess it'd be about 15-foot belly because we had to go down the stack, which is in the ground. So we'll come out of the water here. Oh, yeah. So around 20 feet we clear up, and we went underwater around 5 because we were going straight down. This is ABS. This section looks pretty good. My belief is that they use a inferior drain. ABS is not rated for underground. That's problem 1. But they use, you know, a lower schedule of plastic. That would be probably why this is happening. What we see right here. So this is where, you know, the beginning of a crack would occur. And as we continue on, we'll see where the big one happens. This is how this starts. So I do recommend cleaning that or fixing that. It is not marked because in the garage. I did mark it at first, but then they told me they wanted me to clean it up. They didn't want that in the garage. So I'll try to point out its best area from the video that I'm up on top. So right here we have a buried clean out. It's in the driveway where I assume it's the buried clean out. There's no irrigation. There's no, you know, anything going over there. So it's got to be a clean out that looks like it's on a T, or possibly on a T. That's basically where the garage door just past it is. I mean, it'd be nice to expose that, or at least install other outside risers. It's kind of a tight fit in this staircase. So we're gonna go underwater until we reach that crack. Oh wow, I was able to get past it. Okay, well we're gonna do the rest of the video this time. So here we have, you see what I mean by like a mountain ridge right there. So that's where this all started, and it's going to continue on. So we have more right here. You see roots are popping in through right there. So that's going to crack even more so soon, but that's already going to cause a host of issues. So we have an offset right here. This is the cast or the ABS to clay. It is marked. Roots right here. I can tell that I was able to cut out a lot here with 2-inch blades. I'm not going to get any more than that. I did recommend fixing that spot. So I didn't mark anything past here because I was still in the investigative stage. This is now under the street. So we do have some root intrusion. And yeah, so I was able to clear the roots as much as I could to get that to flow. So that city connection looks to be pretty bad. And I'm never gonna be able to get those roots with the 2-inch blades whenever they're shooting down. So we really need to get this drain fixed, and then we need to get clean outs installed once the drain's fixed so we can get this cleaned out really well. Cannot get it with 2-inch blades, and I will not be running the snake anymore because I will not cause any more damage or have the line collapse on my cable because I have to service other people, and we would be digging up today. So no more cleaning of the line until the line gets fixed. We need to clean out to get the rest of the roots out. I recommend at the very least cleaning from the or replacing from the crack to at least where the ABS clay transition is, if not more feet on either side to get the root intrusion on the ass end of it, and then that little spot that I first showed you that's in the garage. My name is Caleb. Thank you for your time. Sorry it was a long video.